So, I think today it's time to get rid of some old, stinky, smelly stuff. My carpet ain't looking all that great, and I'm pretty sure I got some rust holes in my floor pans. They're not huge, but I'd like to deal with them now before they turn into massive, giant fucking things that destroy everything. So if we come underneath, got a little bit here. I'm pretty sure that's my carpet. Everything else is dirt. And there's a similar one on the other side too. So I do want to do some kind of patch and see just how solid all my floor is. So I'm going to take all my carpet out and check out the floors, and then we'll probably coat it in something in another video. But yeah, I think it's time to start taking some of this carpet out and see what lovely things we see underneath. So first I'm going to unbolt the seats. And there's just 4 bolts. If you take these plastic clips out and this liner, you see all the bolts. You'll see one of them right here. That's a bolt. I forget what size they are, but there's 2 on the back, 2 on the front, so I'm going to unbolt the seats. Alright, no more passenger seat. So, all the bolts and nuts are 1/2 inch. 13 millimeter also fits, but I think they're supposed to be 1/2 inch. You got to take off these little side guard covers. These little black things. These, you got to get something in between them and pop the outer part off the inner part. I just used a pick and some channel locks. They seem to do pretty well. Little tiny ones. You can also try the tip of scissors, flathead, whatever you got laying around. But then you can see the bolts up here, or the nuts. So once you remove them, the seat comes out like so. They're on there kind of tight, especially if they rusted in, so have fun cranking them off. Okay, before I get too hard ahead of myself, these plastic panels right here are held in with a bunch of big long Phillips head screws. So just take them out and then peel it, and you can pop it up and out, so then you can see where the carpet is. And in my case, also the mud and everything. And then underneath is some sound deadening insulation shit. So that's cool. Alright, for this rear seat, you got this thing right here. It's usually going to be down when you're going to have to squeeze it up. And there's like a pin that'll move out of the way to come off of this. I'd use some channel locks because the thing has never been taken out before, obviously. So once you slide it over this star bolt, then that side over there just literally pulls right out. So now your bench seat is free. Add that to the mess. Alright, next step is to work on the center console. So there is a tray like this big black tray is held in with a few screws, and it's a pain in the ass to try and get it out, but you got 2 screws here, which are right there, and then after you unscrew those, you're gonna pop off your shifter. I shift this into drive, and then you just pull up as hard as you can. I shift it into drive just because if you pull here, you're gonna bust your knuckle on your radio or something, so you don't want to do that. Then you can throw it back in park. After that, you have a screw here and a screw here. And once those 2 screws are out, well, first you got to take this out. I'm sorry. This you pry out to one side and pop it up, and that'll come out. Then you can get to the screws, and then you can take this out. Take your e-brake, pull it back as far as you can, and then once you do that, pull it back even fucking more. And then you'll take this whole thing and lift back and out. It's a pain in the ass, and you might have to bend it a little, but that's how you do that. And then to get this other piece out, I don't know. I've never taken this out before, so we'll see. This thing should pop out somehow, maybe. I don't want to break it. I only have one, but I'll let you know what else I find out. Looks like you got 2 screws here, and maybe some other stuff. I'll let you know. Okay, so next part, you're gonna have to pop this off. This one was a lot harder to pop off, but if you go from the inside, you can see the 2 tabs over here. I broke the first one, and then the second one I was able to pry out, but the whole thing looks like this. You got 4 tabs, 2 on this side, and no, only 1 on this side. It's folded back, but yep. Then, you know, it'll just pull through. Okay, after that, you have a small screw sitting right there. Mine barely even looked like a screw. And then after that, you have to take all your shit out of the fucking center console, and you got a screw here and a screw there. After that, this whole thing should be free. So you can pick the back end up and slide it. You're gonna want to put your shifter into 4 low, and maybe even put this into first, and just fucking pick it up. Oh, hold on, my bulb's still connected, but she's free for the most part. Yeah. Alright. And you just got this little fucking center duct thing, which I believe just pulls out. I don't remember. It might be connected by something silly. But, that's what it looks like. It's pretty much everything right there. Cool. Pretty cool. Okay, well, that's all for now. So, see what comes out next. Okay, next step is to unbolt the seatbelt. That is a T50 Torx. So you just got 1 star bolt in there. Keep cranking until it comes out. Okay, next part to come out is this little section. It sits underneath here, and there's just 2 screws at the top. You take these 2 screws out, and then this thing literally pulls out. Neat little air duct system. Started working my way underneath the carpet. I think I might have to make some cuts. It's just too freaking big and heavy, but you can see underneath it's not looking all that great. The all the insulating material up there is getting fucking stuck. It's ripping apart rather easily. But I might have to make some cuts to get this all out. We'll see. Holy hell. Okay, so I had to make a couple rips down the middle. You can try using a razor blade. If it's real sharp, you can get through the rubber pretty easily after a pass or 2. If you got good scissors, you can try scissors too. I cut a couple different slots. I cut one down here behind the brakes, in front of the brakes, all the way at the front to get around the safety bullshit over there. The hardest part for me was right here. All the insulation and the rust decided to fuse together, so I had to pull on that pretty hard, but this whole thing's coming. Oh god, there's another hole. Alright, but the carpet's out. It's free. Now to drag it out. That'll be fun. Okay, here we are. Carpet is removed. So, there it is. Some spots were not as bad as I thought. Some of them a little worse. This seems to be a common spot for me right here. It's looking good. I'm not sure about all this foam. I don't know how hard it is to get behind that. Well, not that difficult. Still water and shit back here. Passenger side isn't that bad. It doesn't look like it needs too much floor work. Maybe a couple little patches or some shit. That's good. Not in dire need of floor pans. Now, this side got a nice little hole here. There's a hole here. That's what I was pushing my pry bar against when I was trying to get that transmission thing in there. Look at that. Good to know that's so strong. Yeah, this whole side over here is starting to go out. That's not cool. Okay. Well, that was fun. Oh yeah, there's still the back. Fuck. Well, there's a lot less shit in the back now. Just some junk in the trunk now. Okay, trim's gonna come off and carpet's gonna come out. So that's cool. From what I'm seeing, we got some some screws over here. We got some that run along down the entire length of this. The tire's probably gonna have to come out, and then there's 2 screws that hold the seat bracket in over there, and then that whole piece that connects to the front will also come out. So, yeah, time to start unscrewing. Okay, so got some more off. Here's this whole side panel over here. That's only held in with a couple screws, where there was a screw here, screw here. You got to take the spare tire rod out, and the tire mount. That's just 4 10mm bolts. You got 2 down there, 2 up there, and there's also gonna be a screw that's hiding over there. That was the last thing to hold this in, was that screw. So now you can see the carpet, all the carpet. This panel comes off kind of. One of my screws is destroyed. I had to take this side off. This side's probably only missing that screw over there, and then that'll come off. But you just lift up, and it'll come out. Getting there. So I got this panel out. That one was only held in with that one other screw over there. That's what was holding that in. Just lift it and it'll come out. And look what I found. That's water. This is full of water. Literally full of this shit. Really? Really? Wow. People weren't kidding when they said that this literally holds water. That is... Well, good on the coating at least. The coating kept it from rusting out. I wonder what the other side looks like. A little bit of water in there too. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, alright. Huh. Learn something new every day, don't you? Holy shit, though. Really? Really? I wonder if my, my CB wire was doing that. That's upsetting, though. Okay, well, another good reason to take your carpet out, or at least drill a hole in that. That is stupid. Oh, the things you fucking find in a Jeep. Wow. Alright, so once this bolt comes out, I believe the carpet is free unless the seat belts in the front are in the way. Yeah. Okay, now for this, you're going to want PB Blaster and the biggest impact gun you can possibly find. Take one of these motherfuckers with a T40 Torx and have fun. I beat the thing with a hammer, got some PB in there, let her rip, and they came out rather surprisingly easy, so cool beans on that. So, now with that out, all that's left is this fucking screw, so I gotta drill that fucking thing out, and then we can take this fucking thing out. Okay, so as you'll notice, the rear cushion, or the rear back is now all out and flipped over. Right over here, you're gonna have one 15mm bolt, like so. When you take that out of here, the other side is just a slide pin, so that'll slide out like so, and now your rear seat is totally free. I might just screw that back in there so I don't lose it somehow. Fuck. Anyway, the only thing that I am seeing that is in the way now are the seatbelt things right here. That's probably going to need an impact gun. So, if not, I might just cut around it. Who knows? But that's the only thing I see that's holding this rear carpet in. So, once the seatbelt things come out, and I take all the tools and everything out, then the rear carpet should just slide out, and we can see what kind of mess we got underneath here. Hopefully it's not nearly as bad as the front. But, it's free for the most part. I just got to pull on it, and I'll get to see all the beautiful or not so beautiful things underneath. So, not too bad. Okay, so here's the whole assembly. Pretty simple. You have a large T50 Torx bolt and a smaller 10mm bolt. And once they both come out, both sides are free. Well, you know, one on each side. I definitely had to use the big impact gun for that. They weren't rusted in place, which was cool, but they do need a lot of power to get out. So, I'm going to assume that the carpet is free, but I don't have enough time to take it out now. So I'm going to clean up, and we'll get to reveal this monster a little bit later. So, until next time. Okay, so, carpet's out. Not too bad. I couldn't take these fucking things out. I think they're riveted in there. That doesn't look like a screw to me. So, I just cut around the carpet. Simple enough. So, I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. I'm not seeing any holes yet, so that's cool, but we do have a, large patches of rust. I don't know. I'll have to sand that all down and see what that looks like, but that's cool. And, yeah. So, there you go. I was able to pull the carpet right over this. So, it came out... Oh, is that the build sheet? Huh. That's a shame if that's the build sheet. They're always hidden in some weird fucking area of the Jeep. It's almost like a treasure hunt. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so that's the removal of all the carpet. Once the seat's out, that's everything. Interesting. Okay, finally the last things that I had to take off were the rear seat belts, these guys right here. They were connected just like the other parts. You had a star, T50 Torx, and another 10mm, so that gets pulled out of there. They came out pretty easy. And then you have these weird covers that would sit right here. I don't know what their purpose was, I guess to make everything flat. But they're just a couple Phillips head screws. This side was pretty rusted out, but I was lucky to knock them free with a punch or whatever, and then grab them with vice grips, and then I pulled them out. That side came out real easy though. It was just sitting over there. So I think that is everything for the rear floor, and if I were to take the seats out and move the wiring harnesses out of the way, I'd be able to get to everything I need to get to. So cool.